The Sabbath was never changed. Church history proves it. What if everything you were taught about Sunday worship was a deception? Did Jesus or the apostles ever change the Sabbath? Can history prove that the Sabbath was never changed? Are you following God's law or church tradition? Many believe Sunday is the Lord's day, but history proves otherwise. Today, we uncover the truth about the Sabbath and challenge skeptics and non-believers to disprove these facts. The Bible never changed the Sabbath. Many Christians assume that Sunday is the new Sabbath, but the Bible never changed God's commandment. Genesis 2:2-3. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it. Exodus 20:8-11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Isaiah 66:22-23. From one Sabbath to another shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. Luke 4:16. And he, Jesus, came to Nazareth. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. Jesus kept the Sabbath. His disciples kept the Sabbath. So why do most Christians worship on Sunday? Who changed the Sabbath? Not the early church. The apostles never changed the Sabbath. Historical records show that the early Christians kept the seventh-day Sabbath for centuries. The Epistle of Barnabas, AD 120. We keep the eighth day, Sunday, with joyfulness. The Council of Laodicea, AD 364. Canon 29. Christians must not Judaize by resting on the Sabbath, but must work on that day. But if any shall be found to be Judaizers, let them be anathema from Christ. Socrates Scholasticus, church historian, AD 440. Almost all the churches throughout the world celebrate the sacred mysteries on the Sabbath of every week. This means that early Christians observed the Sabbath for hundreds of years, until Rome enforced Sunday worship. Constantine's Sunday law, AD 321. The shift from Sabbath to Sunday wasn't biblical, it was political. Emperor Constantine made Sunday a day of rest, not God. Constantine's Sunday law, March 7th, AD 321. On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people residing in cities rest, and let all workshops be closed. This was not based on scripture but on pagan sun worship. It was later enforced by the Catholic Church. Priest T. Enright, Catholic Mirror, 1893. The Catholic Church, by virtue of her divine mission, changed the day from Saturday to Sunday. Cardinal Gibbons, Faith of Our Fathers, page 89. You may read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and you will not find a single line authorizing the sanctification of Sunday. Sunday worship was created by man, not God. Sunday worship, a mark of authority. Today, most Christians accept Sunday worship without question, but the Catholic Church claims it as its mark of authority. The Catholic Record, 1923. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. Pope John Paul II, Dies Domini, 1998. Sunday is the day of the Lord and the day of the Church. This means that worshipping on Sunday acknowledges the authority of the Catholic Church over God's law. A challenge to skeptics and non-believers. If you believe Sunday worship is biblical, prove it. Here's your challenge. Find one verse where Jesus changed the Sabbath to Sunday. Show one command from Jesus or the apostles instructing Sunday worship. Prove from Scripture that the Sabbath was replaced by Sunday. You won't find it because it doesn't exist. The Sabbath was never changed. Church history proves it. Final call to action. The truth is out. The Sabbath was never changed. Church history proves it. Now, you have a choice. Follow God's commandments or follow man's traditions. Return to the biblical Sabbath or continue in deception. If this video opened your eyes, don't stay silent. Like, share, and comment below. Let's wake up the world before it's too late. And if you want more Bible truth, subscribe now because deception runs deep and it's time to expose it.